believe they're like, they're considered like friendly, submissive, permissive. Basically meaning that they permit, they allow it. So they're not gonna go in with the problem. They're gonna go in and fucking, hey, let's go over here, round yourselves up, get ready to take this trip. And they're gonna be white anybody that tries to get hostile. They're gonna have them decapitated, killed, shot down, whatever. Recorded. You know? But the world's gonna love his own. You know? Esau loves that nobody's gonna put up a fight. He loves it and he hates it at the same time because he wants to practice it. You know, but he doesn't want to go in and have to prolong his agenda more than it has to. You know? That's why he's constantly trying to put out certain shit to pacify people. You know? Go ahead.
Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you.
Right, so you younger brothers, man, that's what you got to prepare yourself for, man. Like the brother knows that he could confess that I always said in years ago that we're all going to get touched. You know? All of us brothers are going to be touched in some form, a way, physically. No? We're not going to walk out here with no bruise or untouched. We're spiritually going to be bruised and cut up, and physically going to be bruised and cut up. But not to our death, not to our destruction. Some of us are going to be martyrs, some of us are going to make it to the very end and be caught up in the chariot of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But us that die as martyrs, we're already going to be in the chariot with Yahweh Shai. So we're going to meet each other in the air.
So that
that's the Lord.
Luke 21 and I'll start at verse 12. But before all of these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
Yeah, we're going to be brought before kings and rulers, just like the mother and the seven children, the 7 sons. They were brought before Antiochus Epiphanes. And Antiochus just told them, hey, you know, he knew what they were about. He told them to eat the swine's flesh or else. And they denounced that. You know, they rebuked Antiochus, and he was in full rage, and he ordered the pans to be lit on fire, to be hot, and cut all their limbs off and threw them in the fucking pan. That's some fucking cruel ass shit, man. And to sit back and watch someone being cooked on a fucking pan, man. That's some bugged out stuff right there, man.
And you think Esau's gonna come all nice with you? That's what we're speaking about, man. You think that Esau is gonna, you thinking that the 2/3 that he don't give a shit about, that he's gonna come and be nice to you?
Yeah.
When he's trying to get to the ones that he really is trying to get to? Come on, man.
He's gonna use our fathers, he's gonna use our mothers, children, you know? He's gonna use all those things against us, man, to try to get to us, to try to get us a break, to find our whereabouts, have them portray us, what the scriptures say, that they're our father and mother. Is that the one you're gonna get?
Yes.
Go ahead.
It says, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts.
Settle it therefore in your hearts, to your younger brothers, even to ourselves as being in the truth, for, you know, all the way up from the elders down. But we always have to continue to prepare ourselves, man. Because it's not gonna be a thing for us just to go straight through. The only possible way that's going to happen is if the Spirit of the Lord is truly on us to go through that. The elect are going to be able to go through it. But it's something that we still have to take it into account. And not to get comfortable with, like, oh, because that day's going to come, and then a lot of brothers, you know, they're going to fold. There's a possibility, if you're not the elect, you're going to fold. You're never the elect. But, you know, it's something to set in your mind. That way you won't be, like the scriptures say in Peter's, don't find it not strange when it concerns my soul.
Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what you shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And you shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
We're going to be hated of all men, man. We're going to be betrayed. So that's why we're talking, all the brothers in the four corners, we talk about stuff like this. To prepare you, to build you up, get you ready for what you're about to get yourself involved in, man. Because you're the elect. The Lord's going to have a spirit on you anyways already to be in standing great boldness. But there's times where you're going to get to points where you're going to be down, you know? But that's those brothers are here. That's why those brothers are here, to lift you back up, lifting you up. You know, I got this scripture. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So that's who you're supposed to be fearing, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because if you do according to everything that he asks, he's going to deliver you, man. Get that one in Job 5 and 17. Read down.
Job chapter 5 verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He wounded and his hands make whole.
Right, so you're gonna be hurt, but he's gonna pick you back up and bandage you up, make you strong again. Right? Because these scriptures are not to discourage. These scriptures are here to keep us going, to keep us remembering that we gotta continue to do good. Right?
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right, so he'll deliver you if you endure chastisement, as he deals with children. Now, if you don't endure chastisement, what are you? You're casted out as you're casted out, because you're basically a bastard. He has no dealing with you. The world's gonna fuck you up. He ain't gonna be the one trying to correct you, deal with you as a child and a father. See what I'm saying? So he's gonna tell you if you endure chastisement, he's gonna deliver you out of 7 troubles. Go ahead.
It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Right, in war and the power of the sword, because who has the power of the sword right now? Esau. What is the power of the modern day sword? The gun.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
See, neither shall you be afraid of destruction when it cometh. All right? Which proves what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is us brothers, we have to take all these things into consideration. See, not to dwell on it to the point where it breaks us, but to remember it. All right? To prepare ourselves.
It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Like the brother Kazak told me, that's a great spirit to have on you, to laugh at death, to laugh at the destruction and death that we're gonna see in the times. People are gonna think we're bugged out, you know. That's a great spirit to have.
For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace.
Right, so you're not going to fall into that category pursuant to Amos, where he says you're going to lean your hand upon the wall and a snake bite you, or a bear or a lion meet you in the streets. That's going to be for the 2/3 destruction. You know, the animals are going to be in league with any form of whatever situation Esau tried to put us in, we're going to be able to get out. Look at the apostles when they were put into captivity. And now all of a sudden, angel of the Lord comes and unlocks the cells, and they're able to walk out freely. While the fucking soldiers crashed out. You know? The Lord put a spirit of slumber on, sent an angel unlocked all the gates, let the brothers out. See? We're going to be a league of all things. Everything's going to be for us, not against us. That's why we urge you brothers that are in the truth And even to ourselves, that us brothers that speak, we also have to examine and continue to endure and to get right. If we want to experience that and hope that we are the elect to experience that. Because these words are true, man. If not, we're going to fall into that other category. We're going to go through the fire regardless. The whole world's going through the fire. Who's going to come out consumed and not consumed? Just like the brothers Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they came out untouched. Not even a hair on their body they didn't even have the scent of smoke on them.
I was going to go back to Luke 21.
That was in on that?
Yeah, that was it. Luke 21 and 17. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not an hair of your head perish.
Right, like the brothers, like in the book of Daniel, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Not one single hair was burned off them. They were saved. They were redeemed.
In your patience possess ye. In your patience possess ye your soul.
In your affliction, because that's the time you're supposed to be patient the most in your afflictions. All right, not quick to run away. See.
And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Right, talking about during the time of the Vespasian, Titus, they went in and conquered Israel. But to you, like I'm saying to you, brothers, the younger brothers that are coming in, brothers are coming in daily. You know, you gotta arm yourselves for these things, man. You know, and know that these things are coming to pass. The elders always spoke about it before I came in, before any other brother came in. They're the ones that are already speaking about martial law, you know? And it's a serious thing. You know, the government is against you.
Go ahead and get that Revelations 12 and 11. Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength.
And that's what all you nigger Latinos, y'all should be like, man, salvation is before us now. Y'all should be quoting this scripture to us, praising Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, reading that scripture to us, not against us, but saying the Most High answered my prayers. Just like when John the Revelator, or John the Baptist saw Yahweh Shai, what was the first thing he did? He bowed down and told Yahweh Shai to baptize him, because he knew immediately that was the Messiah. Y'all people are not doing that, because y'all are not awake. Y'all are not the elect. Y'all should be reading that scripture to us, as brothers. Brothers in the forefront.
It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
The accuser of our brother is cast down. He's exposed, man. And we're beating him down, spiritually, pulling out all his track record. See, that's what y'all people should be hollering, man. Y'all should be hollering into the heavens. But y'all ain't. We are. We're the ones that are sighing and crying for the abominations done in the earth. We're the ones that had to start this. We're the forerunners for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, like John the Baptist was, to prepare the way of the Lord. All right?
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
Yeah, they didn't love their lives unto the death. You know? They remain faithful, obedient, sentinel, you know, soldiers.
Therefore rejoice, ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath.
Having great wrath, man. Esau, the old serpent, known as a dragon, son of the dragon. Go ahead.
Because he knoweth that he has but a short time.
He knows he has but a short time. So the wrath of Yahweh Shai is weighing heavy on his mind. He's like, man, I gotta do what I gotta do already. 2015, man. Any moment, something can happen here. Any moment.
Said, "We have a great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. But when the dragon saw that he was cast up to the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times, and have a time from the face of the serpent." Okay. It says, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
Right, talking about them lies, man. From all the time that we were led out of Israel, that's all had been fed to us, were lies and destruction. You know, from Ezekiel, all the way from Ezekiel when they were taken into the Babylonian captivity. You know, that he said, was it Ezekiel? Jeremiah. He said that we have inherited lies. You know, even to this very day. You know, so that's what the dragon is spewing out of his mouth, or lies, to carry us away. Right?
And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Right, Tom. That's talking about all the evidence, the facts that people are digging up, proving that Israel, King David, all these different men existed. You know, that Yahweh's name is spelled in the Paleo Hebrew. You know. Go ahead.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High, and have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach.
Right, that woman is Israel, and the elect that came out of Israel are the ones that he's trying to make war against. All right, which consist of you Negro Latino Native American Indians that are keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh or Yahushua. Another thing, that's another mystery. You gotta have both names. It's not just one name. All right.
It says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
We're talking about the NATO, man. North Atlantic Treaty Organization, EU. Because the dragon in time past was the Roman Empire. Okay? Now you got all these different nationalities compiled together, forming this one beast. Alright? They're the ones that are going to they're making war against the saints. Go ahead.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast.
By the Roman Empire. And they were revived through the Renaissance period. Which Renaissance means reborn, rebirth.
And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy.
Same thing Nebuchadnezzar said, what God could deliver you out of my hand, talking about the 3 brothers, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The same attitude, the same spirit of rebelliousness and the hatred of God. You know? Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
All right, so everything you've done, Esau, you led people into captivity, so you're gonna go into captivity. You kill with the sword, so you must be killed with the sword. You know?
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them